Hi YouTube, it's Renee, and first I want to apologize because I made a video which I showed everything that I was going to use in this March Freckled Fawn inspired kit. Yeah, but I deleted it on accident, so I'm sorry about that. But I did make a kit based on the March Freckled Fawn kit, and if you're interested in seeing what's in the kit, I'll try to point it out as I remember it, but you can go on their website and I'm sure that they have it. I used all the little triangles except for one. I used all the little shapes. Not sure what's in there. Oh, I know. Anyway, I used almost all of the little cork tags, even though they didn't really go, in my opinion, with the rest of the kit. I used all the blue vellum arrows, but none of the green. And here is one more. So I guess I used 6 out of the 9 little tags, cork tags. And then there was a pack of die cut like numbers. See, this one says 2. I think I used a handful, but really, I don't know, this was just dumb. I'm like, who's gonna use all these? I don't know. I wasn't impressed with that. And then the washi, again, I really didn't like this. It's yellow circles with stars in the middle. I only used it once. Frankly, if anybody wants it, let me know, and I will give it to you. Anyway, and then there was a stamp set, which I used the tag, I used this phrase, I used the heart, and I used this banner. There were some wood veneer arrows, which I used. I think this is the top of it. Yeah, the wood chips. And then there were some button stickers, which I used all of those too. And then I used a lot of these letters. There's not really, I can't really make very many more dates or words. So I think I did a really good job killing this part of the kit. And that's part of that too. The other thing is I brought in a handful of these Amy Tangerine and Bella Boulevard dies and die cuts, and I ended up using some of those. I brought this in at the end to use a couple of these, but these Primas worked out pretty good. I had a number of cards from the Glitz Wild and Free and Bella Boulevard and not Making Memories, what is it called? My Mind's Eye, yeah. I had a number of cards and this pack from Glitz Wild and Free, and I ended up actually using quite a few of these. I thought I might use these Amy Tangerine stickers. I keep thinking I'm going to, but like it never works out for me. But I tried. I ended up using almost all of these from the Bella Boulevard. I thought I might use these. Didn't use them at all, I don't think. Maybe I did. I keep trying to use up these Amy Tangerines, but they're vellum, so you really need like a white background for them to show up. Otherwise, they don't show up too good. I brought in this pack of snap letters, and I ended up only using the pink ones at the end. I've used a few of these Glitz letters. I actually ended up using quite a bit of the Glitz Wild and Free alphabets and word stickers. And then I brought in 22 papers. They were mostly, let's see, there were Heidi Swap from the first 2 packets that came from Michael's, the first 2 pads. There's a lot of Bella Boulevard from Snapshot and then Daily Chevys. And then some Amy Tangerine cut and paste. And I had some of the Solstice from Pink Paisley. So this is all I have left. I have like this little scrap. This was from the Heidi Swap. This was from the Heidi Swap. This was from the Solstice. Heidi Swap. This is from Bella Boulevard. It's, you know, just like a little cut apart sheet. These, I didn't really use too much of the Daily Chevys. This one is from Heidi Swap. I think this one is from Glitz. I used a few pieces of that. Daily Chevys. This is that Solstice paper. I punched some, I don't know if you can see this. It says Love. It was pink with a wood grain on the back. And this is from the Teresa Collins punch. This is from the Snapshot. I cut off one of those cameras. More Daily Chevys, more Heidi Swap, Heidi Swap, Heidi Swap. I don't know if you can see, but this looks like it's white, but there's a little bit of blue. And the Solstice, and then I didn't use these two at all. This is Snapshot from Bella Boulevard. And then I really like this yellow with the hearts, but I debated because there's these cut aparts on the back, but then I realized I bought two because I liked both sides, but I didn't end up using it. Okay, and then on to my layouts. I got 11 layouts done. So the triangles, the wood shapes, and these glitter letters, which I used all those glitter words up to. This was from the Glitz. This is from the Solstice. This is Amy Tan. This is from the Glitz. This card is from Amy Tan. So this is the first one called Learn to Skate. Second one was Solstice, Glitz, Heidi Swap. I used one of those cameras. I used some of the stickers. Here's that. Today I used the stamp to make some tags and popped up those hearts. So that is the second one. The third one, I used the die cuts. I'm not sure where this came from. Anyway, this is, it's either Amy Tan or Dear Lizzie. I'm not sure. This is Heidi Swap. This is Solstice, Heidi Swap. I used one of these little bows and a die cut and the letters. And this one I used the Glitz with a Heidi Swap, and I used a bunch of the die cuts and these buttons. And here's another die cut. And then I used the Teresa Collins Love Punch because this is my new favorite author. I have to write something here, but I haven't decided what. I love this guy's work, Victor Croman at the Russian Art Museum in town. Love it. So I have love. Anyway, so I have that one. And then I used the 10 to do 10 cousins. Use this die cut. This is Heidi Swap and Heidi Swap and Solstice. I have to write like every little something here. And I used those stickers and a little wood veneer. The next one was kind of like a little departure for me. I tried to do some of that, you know, kind of angly thing that's kind of popular. And I tried using the washi because I really wanted to use the washi. And then this is one of those cards from the Glitz. And a card from, I think that's from Dear Lizzie. And just trying to come up with something a little different of the group shots. And then this one, I used those letter, I guess they're not letter, they're number words again. And I used up every single little arrow because I had this down and it just looked too dang plain. I used the stamp from the stamp set, but it didn't stamp so great, so I just used my pen to color it in. And use some more of those triangles. And here's where I actually used a little bit of the Chevys, Daily Chevys. I think might be the only one. And this is the Solstice of my two kids. So yeah, I like how that one turned out. It was this big empty space, so I just figured I'd just use up all those little arrows, and I like how it turned out. The next one is just like a photo collage. I stamped a bunch of these little banners, well actually two, and I cut them apart. And this is Heidi Swap and Heidi Swap, and just the letters, and then try to use up the rest of those little buttons. And that's a selfie of me in the Japanese garden at Como Park. And then I wanted to use these cork tags, but they didn't seem to go very well. And I wanted to use this card because there's some red. This is Amy Tangerine, I believe, too, paper, and Solstice. And then this, I backed a little bit of that card behind here. So it took me a while to figure out what the title is going to be. So there's 4 of us, and it's forever. And then the glitz had to say today, tomorrow, together. And I wanted to use up this last little glittery word. So yeah, I've struggled with this one, but it came together in the end. Kind of just, this is us on the beach last summer, and just kind of will always be family kind of thing. So I really like how that one turned out. Oh, and this is a stamp. And for my stash, I brought him some brass, but this is that heart stamp with pale tomato on the cork. It turned out really red. And then this is in Bonsai Row. I went to the Como Park Conservatory this weekend, and I took some pictures of the bonsai trees, and here they're all lined up. So I used those cork tags and the rest of those little triangles, and I brought in some little green enamel dots. But this wood is the wood from the Solstice. And then this, I had a 6x6 adventure, and I liked how it was going out because it's like, you know, the Japanese flag is all those rays going out. So, and then I try to be tricky by going on the angle. But anyway, so I do like how that one turned out. And then the last one is called Nature's Perfume, and I was in the conservatory at Como Park, and the sunken garden just smelled incredible. So this is Heidi Swap card that I find. I punched with this little Martha Stewart scallop 1-inch punch. This is the heart, and this is pale tomato. So I wanted to show you the difference. So that's pale tomato on cork, Hero Arts, and that's pale tomato on white cardstock. Look at the difference, really. I know. And this is Heidi. Everything's here pretty much Heidi Swap, except for I brought in those Prima hearts, and that love punch is the Solstice from Pink Paisley, and then the letters. But oh my gosh, it smelled so incredible. It was beautiful, and it smelled so incredible. So this is going to be like a 2-page spread. So it's kind of going to go like that in my album. So it's going to look lovely. And these are the flowers and the, oops, I'm sorry for bumping that. And these are, I'm sorry for the glare too. And that's how that's going to go in my album. So 11 layouts, and I killed most of that kit. So thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.